We're also excited because a guy that we really like is coming back to town, albeit just for one day, and that's Justin Tuck of the Oakland Raiders, which sounds kind of strange to say. And, Justin, is it strange for you to hear?
Not anymore. It was for a little while there, but I've gotten pretty used to it now.
Now, you won't wander into the Giants' locker room on Sunday by accident, will you?
I doubt it. Believe me, I still know where it is.
You obviously you had an unbelievable career with the Giants. You had great moments. Was it a hard breakup?
Sure was. But you understand it's the business business side of things, and it's never ideal, I guess. But it had to happen, and if guys like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and Peyton Manning, who I can't even hold accountable to, as far as what they've done in this league, didn't end up with the teams that they started out with, then why should I be surprised that I'm not ending up with the Giants? So it's a part of it, and it happens to most guys, and you just happy to be a Raider and happy to continue my career out here on the West Coast.
And you were one of many transactions that the Raiders made during the offseason. I think the second most free agents brought in, but they made the announcement last week that they're going to go with a rookie at quarterback. So how do you look at this team? Is it a transitional team or is it a win-now team?
I think it's a win-now team. We got a lot of work to do. And, like you said, we got a lot of guys that are new to the Raider way. We haven't played with each other. So it's very important for us to mesh. It's very important for us to get our chemistry down. And once that happens, I think, we can play with anybody. Yeah, we're a little older, but that also means we're experienced. And we brought in some guys that still got a lot in the tank and a lot to prove and a lot to play for. So I'm excited about what we can do. We got to stay healthy and we got to play together. And if we do that, then we have a shot, every week.
All right, tell us about your coach. They listed the coach. I think ESPN did a poll of all the NFL insiders, and Dennis Allis finished last as the 32nd coach in the NFL. What do you think? What type of coach is he to you?
Well, good, man. That means he can only go up. No,
do you like his style?
I like Coach D.A., man. I like his style. He's young. He's vibrant. Completely, new and different from, what I had with Coach Coughlin. So that's exciting because it's something that I'm not used to. So it's keeping me on my toes. And, I think he just needs guys to go out there and want to play football and want to play it the right way. And, he'll be fine. I think he has this team is behind him. We want to play for him. And I think, obviously we upgraded in a lot of positions compared to, some of the players he had here the previous 2 years. So we're looking for, a turnaround season.
Justin, you mentioned the Raider way, and that really carried some weight when Al Davis was still alive. Even though you weren't there when Al was the owner, have they been able to keep that same image and aura around now that he's gone?
Well, it's hard to, as vibrant and as well known as Al Davis is and what he meant to this league, it's hard to keep what he meant to a team or be as pronounced. But I think so. I think his son is doing a good job of continuing that family's legacy, and it's still very visible around Oakland area, the Bay Area, as far as the Just Win baby and what Al Davis meant to the Oakland Raiders. All
right, Justin, how much does Justin Tuck still have in the tank?
I feel great. I still love the game very much. I'm excited to play with this team. I'm enjoying, the camaraderie we're building. But I always have announced it as if I'm playing this 1 year at a time, man. And that's all you can. You can play it 1 day at a time. That's all you can do. And when next year comes, I'll evaluate things with my family and see where I am mentally and physically. But right now, I feel great and I'm ready to go.
Justin, Rex kind of mentioned a couple of weeks ago not ruling out the possibility of having packages from Michael Vick on Sunday or just during the course of the season. So as a defender, Sure. Are you prepared for the possibility of seeing some of Michael Vick on Sunday?
Sure, why wouldn't he? Vick is a dynamic player, and he definitely, puts the defense on his toes as far as having both of those guys in there and having packages for both of them. So we definitely expect to see it. I'm blessed in the fact that I've gotten an opportunity to play against Vick a lot in my career. So it'll be another familiar foe. But, yeah, why wouldn't they do that?
What do you think of this offense? You've obviously looked at it in tape so far. What do you think of the addition of Eric Decker? They've got pretty good running backs, Chris Ivory and Chris Johnson. What worries the Raiders the most as you prepare for this game?
I think you just said it, man. They've upgraded. Obviously, their O-line is a former O-line that's played together for a long time with, perennial Pro Bowls at center and left tackle. They brought in Geno from, Seattle that, has played very well in this league. Cologne is right there. All those guys have, played great football in their day. And, they got a young and vibrant quarterback. Obviously upgraded in the secondary and at the wide receiver and the running back position. So we're going to have our hands full. We know, Rex is going to have that team ready to play. We'll be ready to play. I think it's going to be a great matchup for us.
Now, from your time here in New York, the Jets can be a little chatty. So yesterday, Sheldon Richardson was asked, what can Derek Carr expect in a game on Sunday? And he said total domination. Your reaction to that?
So Derek Carr is going to totally dominate their defense? That's what you're saying? Why would he say that?
See, this is why we miss you.
That's why we miss you.
Why would he say that?
All right, now, I want to get inside Justin Tuck's head right now, okay? I want to see if you're like me or if you're just going to be politically correct.
Okay.
The Giants did not bring you back. Now, if ESPN didn't bring me back, I would wish only bad things on them.
Even though
Don, who I love, is one of my closest friends, he'd still be here. I want the station to go out of business. So, Are you rooting against the Giants this year?
Not at all. I hope they make it to the Super Bowl. Listen, I hope they make it to the Super Bowl and lose to the Raiders.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how about if the Raiders don't make the Super Bowl? You still want them to go to the Super Bowl?
No.
See, there's honesty.
Oh, there's the truth.
There's the truth.
Yeah.
Did the Giants make a mistake not bringing you back?
Obviously, I'm going to say yes. But they did what they felt as though was best for them. But I'm going to say yes, they made a mistake.
Now, I know you're a defensive guy, not an offensive guy, but Eli Manning. Do you think that he'll learn this new offense and bounce back after what was a tough year for him?
Sure. I really expect Eli to have a great year this year, based off his history. And every time he's had, a rough year and guys coming in that next season doubting him, it seems like every time that happened, he won Super Bowl MVP. So, I expect Eli to bounce back and really, have another great year.
In a perfect world, would your first game have been back at MetLife Stadium, or would you rather have put this off?
Honestly, man, it really doesn't matter. I think that in a perfect world, it is what it is because I'm getting the opportunity to play the game that I love, regardless of who you're playing against.
If you get a sack on Sunday, you're going to bow?
Absolutely.
Justin, we miss you. We wish you the best of luck this year. Really, have a great year.
Thank you, sir. It's always a pleasure talking to you, Mike.